In a world teetering on the edge of science fiction, the impossible had become reality. Deep within the sprawling jungles of NovaTerra, the planet humanity had colonized to rebuild from Earth's waning resources, scientists had unlocked something revolutionary: hybrid animals. Take the Lumidragon, for example, half chameleon, half bird of paradise. Its scales shimmered in iridescent hues, changing colors with every ripple of emotion. Or the terraquil, a fusion of porcupine and armadillo, capable of rolling into a spiked sphere that cooled itself in desert heat. These creatures weren't just biological marvels, they embodied the resilience and adaptability of life itself. And yet, amidst all this wonder, one man felt ordinary. Its scales shimmered in iridescent hues, changing colors with every ripple of emotion. Or the terraquil, a fusion of porcupine and armadillo, capable of rolling into a spiked sphere that cooled itself in desert heat. These creatures weren't just biological marvels, they embodied the resilience and adaptability of life itself. And yet, amidst all this wonder, one man felt ordinary: Aris Vale. A junior researcher on the NovaTerra team, Aris was surrounded by brilliance, but he never believed he belonged among it. Where his colleagues saw potential, Aris saw limitations, most painfully within himself. One restless night, as the laboratory's moonlit corridors hummed with the faint buzz of containment pods, Aris lingered in front of his favorite creation, the Skyro. This breathtaking hybrid combined the fierce agility of a sparrowhawk with the luminous, soft glow of fireflies. Each time it spread its expansive wings, Aris felt a pang in his chest. The Skyro could soar high and light up the night sky. Aris, by contrast, couldn't even find the self-belief to pitch his own ideas. "What's holding me back?" he muttered aloud, watching as the Skyro tilted its glowing head inquisitively, almost as if it understood him. The lab's AI assistant spoke suddenly, breaking the quiet.
Aris Vale, the hybrid species represent not just evolution, but overcoming fear. Have you considered why you resonate with the Skyro?
Aris frowned. "It's just beautiful, free," he said. "It's everything I'm not."
Then perhaps you should learn from it. Freedom begins in the mind, Aris. Evolution is not merely physical. It is a choice to transcend your old self.
The next morning, driven by a spark he hadn't felt in a long time, Aris ventured deeper into the restricted wild zones of NovaTerra, observing the hybrids firsthand. They thrived through adversity, blending multiple identities into strength. A feathermane, a lion crossed with a snow phoenix. A Silverrex, part wolf and part silverback gorilla, bared its fangs but shielded its pack, an unshakable leader in its element. As Aris absorbed the vitality and inventiveness of these creatures, a realization struck him. Each hybrid had found balance in its duality. Weeks later, the proposal was not only accepted, but celebrated. For the first time in his life, Aris felt like he belonged, not because he'd changed who he was, but because he'd embraced it. As Aris stood before the Skyro's containment pod, its glow seemed brighter than ever. "Thank you." And so, NovaTerra's hybrids became more than scientific phenomena. They became symbols, reminders that beauty lies in the unexpected, strength in the unconventional, and that we, like them, are masterpieces in progress. Their differences weren't flaws, but powerful distinctions. That evening, back in the lab, a rejuvenated Aris scanned the hybrids, reflecting on their lessons. He slowly began drafting a proposal for his first independent research project, one he would never have dared submit before. It wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be. Like the hybrids, Aris realized he could thrive imperfectly.